Hey, what's up, y'all? Welcome back to another cool video. My name is Christian. Today, exactly what we're going to be talking about is how I grew my agency from 0 to 20K a month in year one. If you know how to run ads and you just don't know how to start an agency or get to 20K a month, maybe you're at 2K, 3K, whatever it might be, this video is for you. And if you don't know how to run ads and you're kind of starting from scratch, I would say go learn how to run ads. I have a video on my page. It's about an hour and a half long. I used to sell a course years ago, kind of showing the basics on how to run ads on Facebook specifically. So go check that video out. If I figure out how to put it up somewhere here, it'll be up there. Just click on it, go watch that. But if you know how to run ads and you just want to know how to start your agency, kind of build it, get your first clients, where to find them, how to find them, I'm going to tell you exactly how I did it and how I know a lot of people have done it in the past. But most importantly, I've been doing this for almost 4 years full time now, and I'm going to give you the exact steps that I took to go from 0 to 20K a month. So let's jump right in. By the way, no fluff, straight facts. Let's go. So first things first is the important thing. You are going to be a one-man team or one-woman team. Um, It's extremely important to know that you don't need a massive team to go from 0 to 20K a month. You could do this by yourself, charging anywhere from, I think I did it at $1,500 a month when I first started. Yeah, you could do this, but nobody's charging $1,500 a month anymore. So make sure you guys are charging your worth, your value, and you're going to learn that as you climb in your career, right? As you learn more about the products that you're offering, and you perfect your craft, you're going to be able to charge more. But most importantly, you are going to be a one-man team, and you don't need anybody else. You're going to be running the ads. You're going to be managing the accounts. You're going to be handling all conversations with clients. All that stuff, you're going to be doing it yourself. There's no reason to hire anybody else at the beginning, building the funnels, doing all that stuff. The more service you could provide at the beginning, the better, because the more you're going to learn about what works for your clients, what doesn't, what niches you're best in, which ones you're not good in, therefore you could stay away from them. So the first thing is free, and nobody wants to do this, and it's the best way. My first client that I ever got, like I said, I've been doing this for 4 years full time. I've been marketing for about 7 years now. My first client I ever got was 7 years ago. That same client has been with me since day one, and I started with him for free. Now, granted, that business went from doing 25K a month to about probably 7.9 million this year with me. Obviously, they do a lot of the operations and actually, run the business. I just help market the business, but they started with me at 25K a month. That's what they were bringing in revenue. Our free trial got them to about 65K a month. And then now, about 6-7 years later, they're going to do 7.9 million with about, 5 different locations. So nobody wants to start for free. And the reason why it's so important to start for free is because you are new and you have no testimonials. You have nobody that could, say, hey, he's the man. Make sure you go hire him. He's helped me a ton. And you need to accumulate that while also building out processes. So starting for free is crucial. You want to go to local businesses. You want to find friends that currently have business that you could offer your service for free. And the goal is to turn these free clients into paid clients. So you want to make sure that you set deadlines. This is going to hold you and your client accountable to this deadline, whether that's 30 days, whether that's 60 days, whether that's what's the other one? 3 months, right? Like a 90-day period, 3 months. Doesn't matter how long the deadline is, but you got to make sure that you have a deadline, because if you start for free and you don't have a deadline, then you just become the dude that's working for free forever. And you never want to be that person. It's very awkward to be in a relationship where you are doing things for free and only one party is getting 100% of the benefit. So you want to start for free. And I would say that your goal is to get 2 to 3 people that you are doing this for free for. Send cold DMs, reach out to people, talk to your network, but most importantly, go to local businesses. If you're new, restaurants always need help. Restaurants always need help, and they're extremely cheap. They don't want to spend money. So go to your local restaurants and say, hey, I do this. I'm really good at it. I want to put my things to test with actual clients before I start growing my agency. I want to commit to working with you for the next 60 days. If you guys see revenue growth, then we could talk about pricing and all that stuff after. But my goal is to deliver the most value. You just put up the ad spend. So this is going to give you money while they are aware of it to test your expertise, test your funnel building, test all these things. And you could get them to pay for those things. Get them to pay for a ClickFunnels account. Get them to pay for a Go High Level account. Say, hey, these are the tools that I need. I want to provide you the service for free. Give me the tools. Let's try to grow your business in the next 60 days. If you see some results, if you see some revenue growth, then we could talk about getting paid. So you want 2 to 3 people to do this with. If you are good at what you do and you figure it out, or you're very close to figuring it out, there's a big chance that all 2 to 3 of these people are going to pay you your retainer. Now, once you get paid, the work doesn't stop. You have to make sure that you are delivering on your service, because there's 2 steps to this. There's 2 goals. One, you want them to pay you. Let's separate this here. Let's write goals. And then I'll put here free for you guys. There's 2 goals here. One, you want testimonials. I'm going to add a third here. 2, you want them to pay you. And 3, you want referrals. Referrals are people that they're friends with, and they tell they tell their friends, hey, if you want to grow your business, this guy just worked for free for me for 2 months. He proved himself. He's looking for new clients. I am now paying him, and I think that you should pay him too. They connect you, and you move forward. So while you're in this free stage, these are your goals. You want to start building out an onboarding process. You want to build out an onboarding process. What does that look like? What questions, what accounts do we need access to? What information do I need to know as an agency to make sure I'm delivering on that service? Oftentimes, you're not going to know at the beginning because it's the first time you're getting in with a client, you're working for free, you don't know what all you need from them. You might think, oh, well, I just need a Facebook page. I might need a ad account. I might need this. I might need that. But then as you're building the campaigns or whatever, you might find yourself like stuck. Oh, I actually also need this. Well, write that down, and you're going to start building a list of everything that you need, of all your needs in order to launch ads. And that's going to be your onboarding process. You want to start building that onboarding process so that once you start getting paid clients, it's not a mumbo jumbo. You're not calling them every 2 minutes. Hey, I actually need this. I actually need this too. I need this, because you want it to be as easy and seamless for them to do business with you. So number 1, you're building out your onboarding process. Number 2, launch times. You don't know how long it's going to take you to launch something. Build out a campaign, get content back from them, build out the landing page, the funnel. Maybe you're offering text, email sequences, whatever you're offering. You're not going to know how long it's going to take you to build that until you start actually doing it for 2 to 3 people. Because the worst thing possible is you telling a new person that's going to pay you, hey, we're actually going to get launched, 2 days from now. And then it actually takes 7, 10, 15 days to get launched because you didn't calculate every single thing. So make sure you start calculating launch times on how long it takes you to actually go through the process, build out the campaigns, the funnels, and everything that you need to deliver on the service. 3 is going to be weekly calls. And I can't stress how important communication is in this industry, it's actually one of the main reasons why people start leaving agencies and why agencies get such a bad rap. Oh, everybody who's owned an agency has talked to one person that says, "Hey, I've been to about 2 or 3 agencies in the last 5 years. It's the absolute worst. I pay them, I talk to them for 2 weeks, and I never talk to them again. I don't get the results, or I get the results for a little bit of time, and then I stop seeing the results." So communication is extremely important. You want to set weekly calls with your people. This is where it sucks because all of this stuff takes so much time and you're working for free. So you have to get past the fact that this stuff sucks, because it's only going to suck for a little bit, because then the money starts coming in, okay? So weekly calls is a big one. Number 4, I like to do weekly updates. Weekly updates. Weekly updates are aside from the calls. So let's say our call is on Wednesday. Every Wednesday at 9 a.m., your weekly updates are going to be every Monday. You want to send out an email because they don't know about their campaigns. They've never done this before. And if they have in the past, they're probably a little bit jaded about working with people. So if you send out a weekly update every single Monday, you let them know, this is how many leads we got. This is our cost per lead. This is what I'm working on. All that stuff is going to help you retain clients longer. It's getting a little hot in here. Let me turn on my fan. Oh, my switch is off. 2 seconds. Off with the light, on with the fan. So weekly updates are going to be important so that every Monday they have something to look forward to. Hey, I know my leads, I know my lead costs, I know how much I'm spending, and I know what I can look forward to. If the lead cost isn't right, if it's too high, explain why it's high and explain what you're working on. If it's low, explain what you did to get it low. Let them always know what's going on with their campaigns. That's going to be one of the most important parts in the communication phase. The whole process of doing this process here, of getting all of these points dialed down, is because it's going to allow you to have everything ironed out for when people start paying you. So that when you reach out to the referrals that they're going to give you, you're not in limbo. You don't know what's going on. You don't know how to handle it. You don't know what you need access to, all that stuff. You have it ironed out so that the process is smooth for anybody that's new coming in to do business with you. What else do we got? So my goal for those 2 to 3 people, is to get you from 5 or around. This is the goal, to get from 5 to 10K a month just by doing free work and turning those people into clients. Nobody wants to work for free anymore, and that is the worst thing possible. If you work for free with a clear deadline, you will see this process work. It's worked for me. It's going to work for you. You just need to see it through. So this is going to get you around 5 to 10K a month. If you want to do the math, let's just say you're getting started. You're putting your retainer at, 2K a month. 2K a month. Let's do the math. What is that? 5 people to get to 10K, and about 2 to 3 people to get to your first 5K. And I'm getting messages. Let me put my phone on silent. So it's going to take you 5 people to get to 10K, and it's going to take you 2 to 3 to get to about 5K. So this process alone can gain you a lot of ground when it comes to building your agency. So the next part of this is once you have delivered on the service and everything is going good for your free clients, so good work for free clients. Once this is complete, they are going to pay you. And once you do the good work, you are going to start asking for testimonials. This is also going to give you case studies. to share with prospects. Prospects are people that are interested or in the market for a new agency that you're potentially talking to. They're going to be like, hey, do you have any testimonials? Any people that you've worked with before? Do you have any work that you've done in the past that you could show me? This is going to be big for you. So you're going to get testimonials and you're going to have case studies available to be able to send to people. For example, someone asks you, hey, how'd you do with this restaurant? Well, we took them from 25K to 65K in just about 3 months. All out of a food truck or a restaurant, whatever it might be. And then you show them the stats. We were getting X amount of views, we were getting X amount of leads, X amount of foot traffic, whatever that might be. People are going to want to see this in order to do business with you. And doing the work for free and acquiring those free clients to become paid and having those statistics are going to help you close those deals. So you want to grab that, the testimonials. And then the second thing that you want to do is you want to ask them for referrals. Everybody that's in business knows other people that are in business. It's extremely rare that you find someone that owns a business that doesn't know not one person that is also in business. I know a bunch of people that are in business. When I was first getting started, I also knew people that were in business. So you want referrals. I'm kind of getting lost. I'm going back and forth with my notes here, but you want referrals and you want to ask them. This is a question that I always ask. I'm not going to write it down because it's going to take me a while, but who do you know that can use the same exact service that I helped you with over the last 30 days, 60 days, 90 days? Who do you know that I can help over the next 30, 60 days? And they are oftentimes going to know someone. Your job is to collect their information. Hey, can you give me their number and their name? And then just shoot them a text, let them know that I'm going to call them. And your job is to now try and obviously close these people. Now, this is important. Commission for referrals. Every single client that you have that you're going to ask for a referral is going to tell you, hey, man, you don't need to pay me. You don't need to give me a commission. You don't need me to do any of that. You want to pay it regardless. You want 5 to 10% commission. So if you're at 2K a month, you're going to pay $200 commission to whatever client referred that to you. So that's 10%. 5% would be $100. You guys do the math, whatever makes the most sense for you. The reason why you want to do this is because everybody says that they don't want it, but secretly, they'd like $200. And what you could do, so you're not paying $200 out of your pocket, you'll say, hey, I'll take $200 off of your next payment next month. So $200 off of next payment. That way you're not going into your bank account because you're just getting rolling. You probably don't have a lot of cash on you. So you could just offer a little discount on their next month because that's going to incentivize them to say, hey, if I refer enough people, maybe I could get my whole service for free eventually, right? If I refer 5 people this month, I could get, 50% off or whatever it might be. So you want to make sure that you're always paying out commissions for referrals. That's important. And then, yeah, you guys got me. You guys caught me. I'm lost. So this right here is going to get you to that 5 to 10K a month, right? So the 2 to 3 people that you work for free should get you to 5. Getting some referrals should get you to 10K a month. And not only did you work for free, gain business, now you're gaining referrals, but you also have a solid process to now onboard clients and deliver service. You have a way to retain people with weekly calls and communications and weekly updates. So all of this stuff is important. So now comes the good stuff. Like, how do I get people that I don't know to buy from me? And how do I really go from, 10 to 20K a month? 20K a month, what is that a year? 240? 240K a year? Like, how am I going to do this? And that's going to be through cold outreach. Now, when I say cold outreach, please do not invest in a whole cold email system, a whole this, a whole that. Do not start paying a bunch of services to get you cold business. You want to do this bare bones, work your ass off, and do it yourself. And I'm going to explain to you the exact cold outreach program that I used to go to 20K a month in year one. So this cold outreach program, you're going to start with Facebook groups. Facebook groups. What business owners, what niche are you in? So what niche are you in? Or if you're not in a niche and you just help people generate leads in different niches, well, what niches, what Facebook groups are your niche business owners in, right? I could tell you one that, like, for example, in the info space, a lot of them are in the ClickFunnels Facebook group. A lot of them are in the Go High Level Facebook group. A lot of them are in, let's call it the school Facebook group. So you want to join all these Facebook groups because that's where your target market is. Now, this is where it gets a little bit tougher because you're not going to work for free for people. You're not asking people for referrals. You're trying to get people who don't know who you are, what you do, what you offer. They don't know, like, and trust you. I say that in every single video. And you're trying to get them to pay you. So how do we go about that? You have to add value to the group. So you just got 2 to 3 companies plus some referrals that you're currently working with, and you have a lot of data that you could share. Things that are working and not working. Just going to put not work. So you know, here we go, sorry. So you want to add value to the group, and you have obviously 2 to 3 referrals and some business, referral business that you're doing work with, 2 to 3 people that you work with for free. Now they're clients, and you have data. Data is, what's the cost per lead? What did you try to get the cost per lead down? What did you, when it was really, really high, what was not working, right? So you're going to have all that data, and your job is to go into the groups and deliver all this data in valuable posts. Some groups allow you to post videos. Some only allow text or images. But the most important part is you want to focus on value and not selling. Because you will get kicked out of these groups because they don't want you to sell your services inside of these groups. In the roofing group, when people are talking about roofing or how to generate business in roofing and all this stuff, they don't want you to come in and say, hey man, I just did this for a roofer. I could do it for you too. I only charge $2,000 a month. This, that, and the other. They don't want that. So they're going to kick you out. They want people in the group to add value to the group. And if you're constantly in there pitching and trying to sell your services, they're going to say, this guy's not adding value. We got to kick him out of the group. And that's the last thing you want. For the hub of all your clients, where all your potential clients are, to say, we don't want you in here. So you want to make sure that you're adding value. To give you an example, let's say you're working with a roofer. We recently took over an account a few months ago that their agency was getting about $450 a lead. I laugh because that is absolutely terrible. $450 a lead on Facebook, and we got that number down to 50 to fluctuates, so about 90 a lead. So a good post would be me explaining to them how I took an account from $450 a lead to about $50 to $90 a lead, and how they could do it on their own. A lot of people want to hide the sauce. They want to put little curtains in front of the sauce. Right? They don't want to give anybody the sauce. But the truth is that you don't want to do business with the people that are going to take your information and apply it themselves. You want to do business with the people that say, man, that's really good information. He did that. He explained exactly how he did it. I trust him. Let me reach out to him and see if we could do business together. Right? Because the business owner might not want to implement the sauce. They might not want to implement the sauce. They might want to say, that guy got the sauce, I'm going to go buy the sauce from him. Does that make sense? By the way, guys, I make videos like this pretty much every single day. I'm posting every single day for the next 30 plus days. So make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe, do all the things that the kids are doing nowadays. And leave me some feedback. If you guys want more information on something, make sure you guys let me know. If you don't, and you want to learn something different, or if you don't like the videos, let me know why not. And we could probably make some adjustments. So you want to do business with the person that's going to say, man, this kid got the sauce. Now, how can I pay him, drawing dollar signs here. How can I pay him to give me the sauce? By the way, my notes are like mind maps. All I'm doing is just jotting. And if you guys want me to be a little bit more specific with my notes, make sure you guys write that down. So, is adding value in these groups with no direct return, is it annoying? Probably. Is it time consuming? Yes. Does it pay dividends in the future? Yes. So the way that this goes is people are going to be asking questions in the group. They're going to be asking questions. So they could be asking questions in posts. So making their own posts. Let's write own post with questions. They could be asking questions within other posts. So questions in other people's posts. Asking questions in your post. And your job is to answer these questions. Answer these questions with the value that you have, right? If you know how to answer the questions, make sure you guys answer them, because they're going to say, man, this kid, all he does is he goes inside these groups, he adds value, and he never asks for anything in return. Most times, the question that you're answering is going to require a lot of information that you have. So you can give the information, and inside that comment, inside the post or whatever, if you have any other questions, shoot me a DM. I'd be happy to walk you through the process. Once the conversation goes into the DM, your job is to say, let's hop on a call. You're going to add value in the call. You're going to, if you don't know sales, then I highly recommend you start learning sales. But you're going to add value on the call. You're going to ask questions on the call. I like to use the framework of where are you now? Where now? And where do you want to go? So what are your goals? And then help them map this out in between. And ultimately, you can help them with this process by just doing business with you. And you could pitch them. Maybe you don't pitch them on call one, but maybe you set up a follow-up call. FU stands for follow-up. Maybe you set up a follow-up call so you guys could go in, talk a little bit about more how you guys could do business together, and then you end up closing them as a client. Because on this call, you could talk about what you've done in the past, what you're doing. But the most important thing that you want to do on these calls is listen. You want to listen on these calls, because they're going to be telling you all their problems. Hey, I've been trying to do this for 3 months. I can't crack the code. I'm tired of being stuck in the portion of business that I'm in right now. I'm in this weird phase where we've gotten all this business, but we can't figure out how to get the paid ads rolling. They're going to give you all these pain points if you just listen and ask the right questions. And then ultimately, these DM conversations turn into calls and then turn into paying clients. Because all you need in order to get from 10K to 20K is another, 5 clients? Another 5 clients. This is not a day one ROI or RO, return on time, let's say. ROT. on your time investment. Let's put that. This isn't a day one return on time investment. This is going to return dividends down, 14 days in, 30 days in, 60 days in. This is important to know because the ones that can continue to add the action and fill up your pipeline, let's assume that this is your pipeline, right? Here you have new conversations. Here you have hopped on call, interested, not right time. And what I mean by this is that you're going to have people in here, right? So let's say you spoke to John, you spoke to Alyssa, you spoke to Ashley, and they all own businesses, and you could start moving them down the pipeline. You could say, okay, well, I had a conversation with John. I hopped on a call with John, and look, John is interested. John is now interested and a possible buyer. So the more people you could continue to funnel into new conversation over the next 14, 30, 60 days, you're going to continue to fill people in new conversation and move them down to ultimately buying from you. This is something that was so big in the past and nobody does it anymore because everybody's looking for the quick buck. Everybody's looking at how to make money today, not tomorrow. But they don't focus on the actions that can pay them 2 months from now instead of today. Like these YouTube videos that I'm putting on, 10 views, 15 views, 20 views. I'm taking the actions so that ultimately I can get 100,000 views. I can get 15K subs. I could get 30K, 40K, 50,000 subscribers. And grow my YouTube following by adding value and building a community. Right? But I'm putting in the action today so that 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 months from now, I could reap the benefits. I don't know if you hear the dog, but if you hear the dog, I'm sorry. Something's going on out there and she's barking. So this is extremely important to not only take action on, but to know that it's going to take time. And anybody that tells you, hey, you could get to 20K a month in 15 days. I could get you 30 clients in the next 2 hours. I could do this. I could do that. No. Things that happen fast don't last long. You know those people that made, $100 million? Look at the lottery. Things that happen fast don't last long. You know how many people win the lottery, win millions, hundreds of millions of dollars and go broke in the next 10, 15 years? Because they don't last long. They've never had money. They get a shit ton of money and then things fall apart. They blow it in 5 years. So things that are worth having sometimes take a little long to get there. But what is most important is that usually the longer it takes, the more sustainable it is. The longer it takes, the more quality of client you're going to have, the longer they're going to stick with you. And one thing that I want to do before I wrap this up is make sure that expectations are set with every single client. Your job is to grow people's business. You cannot grow people's businesses in 2 weeks. Can you? Yes. Is it 100% guaranteed every time? The answer is no. So you want to set expectations, especially with people who have never ran advertisements before and they're just jumping into it. It takes time. You're investing time into collecting data and then making decisions based off of data. That's what you're doing when you're running ads. So you got to make sure that expectations are set so that your clients don't come to you in 2 weeks and they say, well, look, man, we've gotten 15 leads and we haven't closed the deal yet. What's going on? It's only been 2 weeks, dude. We're still trying to figure it out. What are they saying on the phones? What are the objections that you're getting on the phones? Right? You want to make sure that expectations are set so you don't run into a situation where they expect you to double their business in 30 days with a $1,000 advertisement budget, $2,000 advertisement budget. Because if they're doing 20K a month, imagine them expecting to pay you $2,000 plus $2,000 in ads and expect to hit 40K a month in 30 days. Because if it was that easy, everybody would be doing it. So expectations are extremely important. Like I said, guys, this is the exact steps that I took from going to go from 0 to 20K a month in my first year. I've been doing this for 4 years now, full time. I've been marketing for 7. So you guys need to focus on this. Is there other ways to get to 20K a month fast or faster, sooner rather than later in your first year, whatever? The answer is yes, there are other ways. This is just my way. It's not the only way. It's my way. It's how I did it. That's how I know how to teach it. If you guys have any questions, leave them down in the comments. If you love this video, make sure you like hit the little like button, and make sure you guys subscribe. I'm doing this every single day, posting videos that are going to help you out. Go check any of my older videos out. I'm sure those will help you out a ton too. More tactical advice, landing page stuff, conversions, VSL funnels, all these type of things that I talk about. And if you guys want something specific, make sure you guys like it in the comments. I'll catch you guys on the next video. Appreciate ya.